Sorry about that. I went to pause and tapped on the wrong thing. So we have to have a split video. So we'll do Northern Saudi first. 3 cruise missiles, as I said. No missile defense. Yep. There are 2 hits, and one of those is a reactive armor target select. The other one's just a regular land target select with PGM. So the one kills the next gen MBT, and then the other hit will kill the mech. Okay, there's that. I would say that was a successful attack. Okay, and then we have, going into southwestern Africa, we have 4 cruise missiles with PGM and no missile defense. There are 2 hits. This time the one doesn't matter because there aren't any next gen MBTs there. They are going to target 2 of the MBTs. So red becomes green. Again, I would say that was a successful attack. 50% hit ratio isn't bad. That's nothing to cry about. Okay, non-combat movement. The strategic bomber flies back to Diego Garcia. As long as we're right here, this SPAG in UAE is going to move over here to Northern Saudi to provide them with some air defense at least. That'll be it for there. The fighter remains in UAE just so that it can scramble if it needs to. Oh wait, we're not doing non-combat yet. Getting ahead of myself. I gotta do some diplomacy. Okay, so here's Egypt with 2 dice. Well, there's the military pact with Egypt. And now here's Pakistan with a single die. That is a miss. Okay, so Egypt now joins US Global. So that's the Americans up to 53. I will change the units out off camera. Now we'll continue with non-combat movement. Okay, the SSN that remained in A39. No, he's actually going to stay there. That's right. 2 destroyers from A39 are going to move 1 space down to A42. The other 2 destroyers are going to move into A41. So there's those. 1 frigate is going to move over here to A40. Another frigate's going to move over here to A38. The remaining frigate is going to move 1, 2 up here to join the main fleet in A26. So we'll get him on the card over here. The 2 frigates that are in A24, 1, 2 out there to join the main fleet. 2 to boost their defensive capabilities, specifically in missile defense. Okay, the damaged amphib from the main fleet, 1, 2 over here, and actually we'll take him to this shipyard in southern United States, and he will go in port so that he's in position next turn to be repaired. So there he is in port. Those come off there, those come off. Okay, next up, the attack chopper that was left behind in Portugal, heavy airlifts to southern United States. Let's see, these guys are all afloat already. So the 2 Marines sitting on the Azores, they are going to sea lift 1, 2, 3 over here to southern United States. The theater missile sea lift 1, 2, 3. He's actually going to go ashore there at the Azores. Okay, these guys that are out here on the water sea lifting are going to finish their sea lift 1, 2, 3. Now, since NATO has also completed advanced logistics, for sea lift purposes, the major port can now receive 4 and the minor shipyard can receive 2. So that's enough capacity for all 6 units to go ashore here in Picardy. And there we are. Let's see. I don't think there is any other non-combat movement. I don't think there is. Let's have a quick look around here. Nope, that's it for non-combat. Okay, so now we're placing units. And the first thing we will do here, since we're in end of turn phase, the repairs to this battleship here are complete. Yeah, he'll come out of port and join that frigate. All right, now for placing other units. got my hands full carrying stuff over here, so I gotta put stuff down and then move the camera. All right. Let's see. One production slot for that one is being used to repair the amphib, so we'll build the others up here. Build 2 amphibs in A24 and also build a frigate in A24. The air cav built at the Army base, the attack chopper built at the air base. The shipyard upgrade is actually going to the shipyard right there in southern United States. And then the 3 Marines are also built at the major Army base there. Okay, so there's all that. Now we are delivering aid. So let's get we'll go this way first. I knocked over a rocket ship. The attack bomber is delivered to Picardy. So he goes right there. Then we'll put the space launch facility back up. The destroyer is delivered here to the minor shipyard in southern Italy. With their battleship. Okay, then make sure I get it right. Oh, I changed everything. Oh no, that's aid. That's right. Okay. Even though they signed the pact, they still get the military aid. So we add a light infantry and a fighter to Suez. And then just to show you, the SSNs wouldn't be in the way anyhow, but they are on silent running. There's nothing in the med to block. The frigate and the heavy aircraft cruiser there in the Red Sea are in port. So there's nothing to block the path over there to South Pakistan to deliver these 2 SSNs to the minor shipyard there. So there they are. Okay, all military aid has been delivered. Now the Americans collect money. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. The battle stars says destroy 3+ units with surgical strike. Now, is that a single surgical strike? Or is that in total for the turn? I'm going to say it's a single surgical strike. That may be incorrect, but again, I'm going to err on the side of caution. Okay, the Americans are at 53, they don't have any bonuses for the moment. I don't believe they do. Let me double check, but I don't think they do. No, they don't have any bonuses. So 53, and they have 3 battle stars remaining in their bank. Ozark Outpost. Well, let's do a quick end of turn look around. So here's how things look there in South Asia. There's the situation on the Arabian Peninsula. Let's zoom in just a touch. There you can see a little better what's there. It ain't looking good for the Americans. They didn't put any forces in here this turn because honestly, it looks like it would be throwing away money on a lost cause to them. So they're going to they decided to spend their resources other places where they think they can make more of a difference on the outcome of the war. Okay, there's what's stacked up in Israel. Waiting to see what happens. And of course, here's East Africa. There's South Africa. The Soviets still have a little fleet, 3 destroyers and a frigate, because their heavy aircraft cruiser is in port awaiting repairs. All right, and there's Egypt and Libya. There's the situation in Turkey and southern Ukraine, the Black Sea. All NATO has left there is a diesel boat and damaged cruiser. And there's the Soviet Black Sea Fleet as it's currently constituted. As the American SSNs came into the South Atlantic, they've got sub-hunters on station there in the mid-Atlantic, watching over those 2 Soviet SSNs. The carrier group is there guarding the sea lanes, and that's what is on that card. And here's the eastern seaboard of the United States. Looks like the Americans are gearing up to go do something somewhere. Nothing doing in the North Sea. It's been very quiet this game. The same with Scandinavia and northern Russia. Nothing happening. The Soviets did position some troops on the frontier with the Warsaw Pact. That what you see right there is the whole of what Warsaw Pact has to keep NATO out of Eastern Europe. And there you see, along with the forces in Rhineland, are what NATO has to try and change their mind. And then of course there's troops down there. That card right there is the troops in Veneto. And then the Balkans. Yep. So there's the overall situation. Here's the tech chart. It's not focusing too well for some reason. There's the IPP chart. And that'll do for this one. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.